Hello, Potato. We are out of the void space today and at the grounds in Roseville, California for Sac Anime Spring 2022, being held largely in the Roseville Center. Now, of course, I couldn't go to Sac Anime Winter this year because I had the COVID. So this is my first convention of the year. And there are pluses and minuses to it being held here at the grounds. The plus being that if you don't mind a little bit of a walk, you can walk in and save $10 parking. The downside would be there is nowhere nearby here to eat, or if you're coming from someplace else, nowhere to stay. It's a little remote from much of anything, so you're kind of at the mercy of the food options here, which are a little limited. Also, no Starbucks. Just Java to you over there. But we're a little early. It's day one. The vendor hall is not open yet, and it's not as busy as a winter or summer show is. I think partially because it is in Roseville and not at the big convention center downtown Sacramento. But I'm sure there'll still be lots of stuff. It is a little bit different than last year. Last year there were no panels. This year there are panels. There aren't any good ones today, at least nothing that I'm into, so we won't be doing any of that today. But we will go check out the vendor hall, and then hopefully tomorrow there'll be some better panels. But I guess we should go and join the line to enter the vendor's hall. Let's go inside. So this is the wait to get into the vendor hall, which is not actually open yet for another, I think, about 10-15 minutes. Yeah, about 15 minutes till the vendor hall opens. But there doesn't really appear to be anything what you'd call a line. Sort of just loose little clumps. But we will all get inside when they open, so it's just wait a few minutes and head inside. And we are inside now. Looks like they filled the room up pretty good this time. The masking thing is still a bit of a question. On the website it does say masks are required indoors, but as I'm sure you can see, not everybody is wearing them, including at the ground staff. So I have no idea what we're supposed to do on that. But it doesn't hurt to wear my mask, so I'm gonna keep wearing mine indoors at least. But so yeah, let's look around and see what all there is to see. I guess they couldn't get the actual Smarties license. Or Cup Noodle. There's a cat and Peyton. the record. If anybody knows what this little chainsaw warthog looking thing is, please let me know in the comments below.
Are we going to be seeing Fred Bear as a regular season?
Now, of course, you can't have a Sac Anime without swords.
Hey, Rob. Bamboo.
Yeah, me.
So, right around this corner, once you turn the corner, like the second half of that wall, right there.
So we have pistols, we have scythes, we have pickaxes, still no shovel. We have Wolverine claws, but still no shovel for my groundskeeper cosplay.
Up, down, arrows, right? And then each note serves 3 keys. Okay.
Sweetheart.
If it wasn't gang, I mean, gang is let me go ahead and get you your raffle ticket.
It's always got to be the one booth that just really doesn't seem like it belongs. Vegetables of the month, Scientology, life insurance is always one of them.
Tell me about it. We have a ton, bro.
Oh my god! I knew
Trust,
it.
no, you don't want to. I'm thinking.
Got Nightmare's Blade from the Soul Calibur series, Keyblade. That's the Lord of the Rings. I don't know which one that is. Okay, so my original thought that they had filled the space up was not quite right. We do have a bit of empty space over here on the autograph end of the room. Obviously our big names, the Futurama ones, are not here for day one. But there are plenty of autographs to get if you are of that sort, but I'm not anymore. Yeah. So we came back to see the concert by Kazha, which I'm probably mispronouncing the name, and they've totally redone this part of the fairground. This used to just be like a little stage with like a wooden overhang, and they've had, I wouldn't call it a professional concert venue, but it's certainly a lot grander than it used to be.
Everybody, if you're waiting for our show, please come in. Just please come in, yeah. Who's ready to rock out? Probably you can do a little better. Okay. Who's ready to rock? If you're ready. We hope to see you all tomorrow again. Thank you again so much for being here. Yes. Yes. Okay. This is a rock show. Yes. Okay. For the last one, I need you guys to do the same thing again, the Kamehameha thing. Okay. Who's ready for the last song? say hi. Thank you so much.
It was a great show.
Thank you.
But
Oh, that's the back. Was it first time for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You enjoyed it.
Thank you.
So this is a rarity. We're at a Sac Anime event and it's dark out, and it's like not the winter show where it's dark at 5 in the afternoon. It's actually like 9 o'clock at night. And of course we did just watch the Kazha concert, which I think I am now pronouncing correctly. And we got our autographs, and I have never seen the microphone meter on this camera actually go into the yellow before. It was that loud. I may have permanent hearing damage, but it was worth it. It was fun, and who knows, maybe we'll come back and watch tomorrow night as well. It is supposed to be a different set of songs, and I can get another one of those CDs I bought signed. But this will wrap up day one. There's still people just kind of hanging out, and I think there must be something going on in the panel room, but I'm not sure what. I didn't see anything on the schedule this late. But it was a full day here, I think. And so let's head on home and come on back when the sun's back in the sky. And like that, it is daytime again, although as you can see, the weather for day 2 is not quite so nice as day 1. We have clouds, it's been sprinkling a little bit. It is supposed to kind of rain on and off all day long, so that's not great. But as you can see, it is much, much busier than yesterday was. It's actually a little bit earlier than yesterday, but more people are here. The event did open at like 10 o'clock, so that is why you see more people than you did yesterday. Yesterday, we were here like before the room even opened. So my goal today is to try to get into the Futurama panel, and then of course look around the vendors hall again, and then come back tonight for the second night of the Kazha concert. So I guess let's get looking around. Well, since it's unlike yesterday, today they are enforcing the masks. So that's interesting. I wonder why yesterday it wasn't a big deal and today it is. Front man.
At the request of the guests, video recording is not permitted in the panel.
Well, I guess that means we won't be shooting any video of this panel, so we'll see you after the Futurama panel. So the Futurama panel was a lot of fun. I'm sure there'll be videos of it up on YouTube to go track down. But coming out, I don't think was here yesterday, taiyaki-loving cooks of Citrus Lake. So last time I had taiyaki was like years ago at the Japanese Tea Garden in Golden Gate Park. So I think we'll try some taiyaki here.
What can we get for you?
Can I get a cheddar cheese, an Oreo, and a lemon Oreo?
Heck yeah.
And a yoo-hoo, please.
And a yoo-hoo.
Get that chalky milk.
Get that chalky milk. 16 total. Thank you very much.
All right, so we have our taiyaki from Taiyaki Loving Cooks. Apparently you can follow them on Instagram. We didn't get the red bean, we did get the regular, the cheddar, and the flavor of the day, which was lemon Oreo. I don't know which one is which, but let's find out. This one has a heart on it. Not sure what that signifies. Let's get our taiyaki out of the bag, maybe. Lovely little fish. So I'm guessing this is the cheese one. A little fish shape. Let's give that a try. Kind of like a grilled cheese sandwich. Not bad, nice and savory. Next has a black heart on it. And this one is ultimately one of our Oreos, obviously. But let's give it a try. Yep, that's our normal Oreo. So they basically just put a whole Oreo in the mold before closing it up. Pretty good. You can taste the the gritty texture of the Oreo cookie in there. Quite nice, interesting. Maybe a little dry, but still good. I mean, this should be our lemon Oreo, which I'm guessing will be the same thing with the lemon Oreo stuck in the mold. Nice definition on the mold, I think. Hope not too close to the camera. Okay. Yep, as expected, an Oreo cookie inside a taiyaki. But hey, it's nice. All three of them are quite nice. Didn't get red bean just because neither of us are particularly a fan of red bean, but I mean, I've had it, I can eat it, but we're gonna get the other ones instead. But yeah, not bad. Fun little Japanese style treat that you frankly don't see here in the US very often. In case you get past the first two hot dog carts, there's a third one hiding there between a couple cars to make sure. Oh, there's another one hiding between cars. They're gonna make sure they get you somehow. So we've come back for day 2's concert with Kazha again. They did say they were playing different music tonight, so figured might as well come back. Interesting, some differences than last night. They've put up some fencing at the edge of the stage, which I wonder why that is, because there weren't any problems that I noticed last night. We're really trying to get on the stage or anything. I think there's more speakers down there though. Maybe that's just to keep people away from touching the speakers. I have brought, after last night, really, literally, legitimately, like losing my hearing a little bit. Tonight, I have brought with me some earplugs. Yeah, they won't completely mute it, but maybe I won't have these like dead in one ear for the next 12 hours. But we'll find out. All the same, it was a good concert last night, and I'm hoping it'll be a good concert tonight. Looks like they are still holding outdoors. As you can see, the weather has cleared up rather nicely from this morning. And there are a lot of people still here. There's still stuff going on. There's an AMV contest. That's what was going on last night. I didn't know what it was. It was on the schedule. I just had missed it. But that's going to be over there again at the exact same time as the concert. So I don't know which will be the bigger draw. But we're here for the concert, so we just got to wait about another half an hour until it starts. So I guess we'll go take a seat until then.
Go ahead and start filing in now, please. Just be mindful of other people's personal space. You can come on in, find a good spot, get close to the stage. Got a nice concert for you. If you missed them last night, you're in for a treat tonight because they are one heck of a show. No need to run, everybody's getting in. Once again, please be mindful of the people around you. We'd probably appreciate it if you keep the moshing to a minimum, or really none at all. But we don't need any problems, so just please be mindful, enjoy the show. Are you guys ready?
Yeah! Woo!
Are you ready? No, check that out. So big. Get it. Don't fight over it now. I'm sure he'll throw some more out during the show. All right, one last time, give it up for Kazha!
Are you guys ready? If you're ready to rock, in the near future. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Even better than last night.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Hope to see you again here soon. All right, so I'm gonna say tonight's concert was even better than last night's. There were some sound issues I feel with last night's concert that they totally fixed today. Plus, I brought those earplugs, so I can hear perfectly, so at least as well as I could going in. So that's nice. I got my other CDs signed, which is also nice. And I think that's gonna wrap it up for day 2. Now, I'm not 100% sure we're gonna make it back for day 3 or not. So, I mean, if after this we're in the void space, then I guess I didn't make it back. But otherwise, I do hope to come back for at least a little bit tomorrow afternoon. I mean, it's Easter, so who knows? But I do hope to come back for at least a little bit. Maybe do one more sweep around the vendors hall, spend any money I may still happen to have, and call it a show. But I think for tonight, I think we're gonna maybe grab some more taiyaki and then head on out of here. So I will see you either tomorrow for day 3 or back in the void space for the hall portion of the video. So yeah, we did get some more taiyaki. We asked for 2 cheese and an Oreo, but it looks like we got 2 of each. So yeah, they threw in an extra one, so that's cool. Yeah, they were good earlier, and they'll be good again. There's no reason to talk about them anymore. Let's just eat them while they're still hot. Well, as you can see, we're not in the void space. We are actually back here at Sac Anime for day 3. Came a little late, you know, did Easter breakfast and stuff first, so there's not a whole lot really to look at today other than cosplayers and one more round of the vendors hall. There was a Futurama panel, but it was at noon and we're a little late for that. So yeah, we'll just go to the vendor hall one more time. I noticed the Drewski's chicken truck is gone, so I guess we won't be trying that whether we wanted to or not. Also noticed today that they had cards, badges that I guess normally you'd have given us coming in the first day, but hey, better late than never. Can add it to the collection of past Sac Anime badges. So yeah, I mean, it's the last day, it's the last few hours. Let's head inside and see if there's anything to spend the last of our money on. So much like with day 1, looks like masking is not being enforced again. Yesterday it was kind of halfway being enforced. They were insisting you had one when you came in, but nobody was enforcing it inside. Today, none of security has it on. At the ground staff doesn't have it on. It's just apparently not an issue today, which, you know, whatever.
Feel free, guys, to touch it as much as you want. Dice love to be touched and rolled. Something I love highlighting are my liquid core dice, because they look really cool when you roll them. Another thing that I have that's really unique to me are my steel core dice here.
I've got one of those.
Well, then you already know all about it.
Yep.
And then, to go with that, I got magnetic dice.
Cool.
I use them as refrigerator magnets.
Yeah.
But you can use them for literally any reason.
That's neat.
As long as you're not rolling on anything magnetic.
Right.
They got my post. Well, I think that is going to wrap us up here for the last day of Sac Anime Spring 2022. I'm officially broke, so what else is there to say? But let's head back to the void space, have a few final thoughts, and see what we wasted way too much money on. Let's go. And wristbands down. So here we are back in the void space, and it's time to look at all the things I wasted money on. And I feel like maybe it's just because we missed the January show, but we bought, I think, a little bit more than we normally would at a single show. I don't know, maybe not. I know some of these haul portions have gone pretty long in the past, but one thing I thought was interesting is that they had, I don't think I mentioned it in the video, I don't remember if I did or not, but they had actual spring wristbands. Usually when they do events at the grounds, or at the grounds, it is just like leftover wristbands from other events, like old Sac animes. But they actually did proper Spring 22 wristbands. So I don't know if there's any significance to that, but I thought it was interesting. Also interesting were the little cards. They've done these before. Instead of badges, they have the little QR code link to the program, and I think mostly just linked to the program, just for different devices. But nice artwork on there. Usually they give these to you when you buy your wristband, but or pick up your wristband. They didn't this time. They just were like on the table. I think was it day 2? I don't know if it was day 2 or day 3 that we finally actually picked this up. If it was today or if it was yesterday, or Saturday or Sunday. I mean, when you're seeing this, it'll have been a week since it ended, at least. But yeah, I think the artwork's nice. That B-Stars? I think it's B-Stars. Which, yeah, the guy that plays the wolf was there. So that's probably why it's B-Stars. So when I say we bought some stuff, I mean, we bought some stuff. Probably can't get the bags to stand up, but yeah, we bought some things, and including the bags actually, because these are bags from previous Sac animes. It was like 2 for $5, and we hadn't really brought bags with us, so why not? So naturally, of course, we always buy some artwork. Sadly, I don't remember the name of the booth these came from, and they didn't include their card or anything. But we bought art from them before, so I may have mentioned their name in the past. We bought like a nice Cowboy Bebop picture from them before. But yeah, we bought these. We got No Face from Spirited Away. We've got Gigi from Kiki's Delivery Service. And we got Kiki in there as well. And just to do something a little different, we got Disney's Moana. And yeah, they're very nice pictures. They kind of had series of all done in similar styles. And I don't know if we got any. I don't think we did. There are some elements that are reused between them. If you bought like multiple in the same series, you might notice like the same tower, or that I think that flock of birds is reused in some different pictures. Not in these two, but in some different pictures. Yep, they're very nice. They're on pretty decent paper stock. Sometimes these come on some kind of flimsy paper. Not in this case, but yeah, I don't remember the name of the booth, and I probably didn't record it, or at least I probably won't leave it in the video if I did, because I generally try to avoid showing too much of people's artwork in my videos. But yeah, that's the artwork we picked up this time around. It's not the only pictures, but we'll get to those when they are appropriate to get to. Now as I start going through the bags, I will say I feel a little accomplished that I didn't buy any Funko Pops, and I didn't buy any action figures. Not a one. So that's an achievement. Usually I've got at least one of each. This time we didn't, which doesn't mean we didn't buy things, because again, as you can see, both these bags are pretty full. Some of it's my stuff, some of it's my wife's stuff. Let's start with this one. See, this was, and again, I don't remember the name of the booth, unfortunately. It might be in the video though. We bought, it's one of those booths that sells like those little terrariums made with Funko Pops. Oh, it has a name. We do have the name in here. My wife picked up the card. Why So Silius? This is from Why So Silius, made by Sil. And yeah, they make those little like terrarium things, like the Pokeball ones and the big ones, but she really liked this one because it's a Baby Groot. And it's a different Baby Groot than the one that, I guess the one I have isn't a Baby Groot. It came from that Christmas Marvel Advent a couple of, there was on the, I think day 2 or day 3 we did see at that booth, they had a terrarium using this Groot, but my wife is a fan of Baby Groot, and I can't fault for that. And honestly, I mean, they have all the, like Iron Man and I think Harry Potter characters and Pokemon and stuff, but this is, I think, the one that makes the most sense, because where else would Groot be than in a pot with plants? I mean, succulents, but also the best kind of terrarium in that they don't die. And I can kind of go with all those, I think we have a number of Disney ones now with fake plants. So this can go in with them. And very nicely, because I was wearing a No Face shirt. See, I mean, they may have done it anyways, even if I hadn't been, but they threw in a little Totoro charm, because I had my little Miyazaki shirt on. So they threw in a little Miyazaki plush, which, very nice. Cute, squishy little thing, like a phone charm. Don't know what I'll do with it, if anything. But it's nice that they included it. Let's put you over here because we need space. We have stuff. I think most of the stuff in this bag I think is my wife's. Let's see. We bought, well, here, let's do this one first because we bought this on the first day. I think we bought the other thing on the third day, maybe the second day. But this I know is going to be in the video because it's cute. So yeah, it's that booth that has all the plush. Last year we bought the plant from them, and that weird Domo-kun wearing panties came from this booth, and which they didn't have anymore. They had sold out of those in the intervening year since last summer. But yeah, she bought. I guess the next thing is going to be these boba teas. Kimchi kawaii wasn't there, nothing to get coffee from, so we got it's a boba buddy. That was like a matcha one and one other one. Yeah, very cute, very very soft. Probably will go on the coffee bar with all the kimchi kawaii stuff, which, I mean, before too much longer, the coffee bar is going to have more plush on it than it has actual things for making coffee or tea, but such is life, I suppose. Let's put you back here. Hopefully you won't knock anything off the shelf. And look at the other thing that came from that booth, which we picked up on a later, I don't know if it was day 2 or day 3, but if you've watched my previous haul videos, this should look somewhat familiar with you. We have 3 others very similar to it. One that's like this color, a pink one, and maybe like a darker brown one. But this one has like a little, I don't know, veil. Not sure what this is meant to be. And like a little flower on the lip. Like some sort of a glittery cold sore. But yeah, it'll go with the other 3 in that series, which, unless they have like a new one next time around, will be the end of that series for us. And let's go on. Let's go on to this stuff. So I know I left some of it in the video. We went to the Kazha concerts on the first and second nights. We went to both, which were nice. The first night, very very loud. I legitimately did have hearing loss when we left. Luckily, it came back by the second night. Second night, of course, I had those earplugs, so I didn't suffer any hearing loss at all. Weirdly, in the video, watching back on the recordings, I've watched back on the first night so far, the sound, when I was there in person, it seemed like the singer's voice was kind of getting lost in the instruments to me, but on the recording, it sounds fine. So maybe it's just like that my hearing was already becoming so impaired that her, like the frequency she sings at, just wasn't getting through to me anymore. But we did buy a few Kazha things. Of course, I mean, you can see in the video that we got some autographs. And the first night, we did buy a poster, which I should be able to get all the way in here. She had like 3 different ones, but this one I think showcased her the best. It was nice. The other ones I had her with her wings, which were nice. But yeah, this one was nice. Of course, she signed it, SacAnime Spring 2022. I'm assuming that says Kazuha Oda. I believe that's how you pronounce her name, but that's where the name of the band comes from. And also, we didn't just buy a poster. No. We bought the guitar picks, one for Kazuha and one for the guitarist, Hideki Matsuhige. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. And they both have the Kazha logo on the back side. They both, him more so, but they both were throwing these out into the audience. Sadly, I did not catch one, neither did my wife, but we did buy some. Of course, I've mentioned before how I collect keychains. So naturally, I bought a Kazha keychain, which has a couple little black and white koi down there on the bottom. Yep. I don't know if I'll put this up on the keychain changes because I'd be afraid of the plastic breaking, but how could I pass up a keychain? Also, as you know on this channel, I collect pins, so I bought the big Kazha button badge. We actually bought this, I think actually at the booth. We went back to the booth and bought this after the fact. I think I bought this on day 3. We picked this one up at the booth. We didn't buy anything at the actual concert on the second day. We just had her sign the CDs. I actually bought these before going to the concert on day 1. I make it a kind of a rule. When they have musicians at things like this, I try to buy their CD because, you find interesting things that way. picked up, unfortunately it was on like a mini album, only had like 4 songs on it, of a Korean band they had there a number of years back that were quite good. So yeah, I bought all 3 of the Kazha CDs, Evolution, Overture, and I guess just Eponymous, which have, they don't have any of the covers that they sang there, because they sang them nice covers. I'm not sure what's going to make it into the final video yet, but they did covers of Enter Sandman, of Don't Stop Believing, and of Beat It, as well as their own original songs. And, you know, they were actually quite good. I've also listened to some of their stuff on YouTube since then, too, to watch, you know, the videos, which are mostly lyric videos. But yeah, I thought they were quite good. And we got all 3 of the CDs autographed. Which, here we go. Which is nice. It's always nice to have autographed CDs. And I think that's all the Kazha stuff. So let's move on. Let's do this bag now, because the stuff in this bag has the thing I want to save for last. Because, spoiler, if you are interested in like the blind bag stuff, I usually buy like a blind bag of these. I didn't buy like a big one like I normally do. I bought a small thing that we're going to save for the end. So let's look next at t-shirts. So I think these were, Shark Robot, I think was the booth. Again, I've bought stuff from them before, and I bought stuff from them again. Because honestly, I kind of like their shirts. One, they go up to 5X, which is nice because the other shirt booths tend to kind of stay at 3X. And they use like good thick shirts. And their original designs. So I bought 3 because they did like a deal, 3 for $50 instead of $20 each. And you got a free poster. But so I got this kind of Cowboy Bebop Gorillas mashup, Space Cowboys Hunting Days. And it looks a little wrinkly. It's because I actually did wear it on the second day. I wore it on Saturday. So it's actually been used already. It's kind of part of why I bought it, is so I doesn't wear it on the second day. And then my wife picked out for herself this one, a cat on Titan. So that's what happens, I guess, when dyslexia names your stuff for you. It's very cute and will probably be worn at a future show. And then the third one I picked up, they had another Bebop one, but I decided instead to go with this Totoro-zilla. Also, normally, I don't buy things on the first go-round, but I bought the shirts, or I bought the Bebop one at least, on the first go-round because they sell out of stuff in my size very fast. They bring a lot more smalls and larges than I think an anime show dictates. They don't bring much in my size, but yeah, I got this one as well, Totoro-zilla, which I'll be wearing probably to a future show. It's always nice to have more options. You'd think with all those Loot Crate shirts I have that I would pick something from them, but no, I do tend to buy some more anime themed stuff because Loot Crate doesn't have very much anime stuff unless you buy Loot Anime, and frankly I don't buy Loot Crate anymore at all because they still owe me like 6 crates from last year. But yeah, you bought 3 shirts, you got a free poster, so I picked out, they only have a few to choose from. I picked out this lovely Pokemon poster, because why not? It's Charizard, it's Squirrel, it's old school Pokemon from not my childhood, but certainly my younger days. Remember playing the original Pokemon on, I think I played it on Game Boy Color. I don't think I played it on the Pocket, I played it on the Color. Alright, what else is in this bag? Oh, yes, got more Bebop stuff. So I picked up the Cowboy Bebop collectible card game 2-player turbo box, Spike vs. Vicious, which I think he charged me like $5 less on this than they originally quoted me. I think they originally quoted me like $30, and then they charged me $25 when I went back for it. Because they had this, and they had the Bebop board game. It was like Moonlight Serenade or something like that. And that was sold out when I went back, so I decided to get the card game. They didn't have any boosters or anything. They had boosters for this system, but not for specifically Bebop. I don't know if there's other decks with other characters, or if there are boosters, or if this is like all there is for Bebop. But I figured it'd be fun to try it out at some point. Start playing games again. I mean, as you'll see, the intent to play games again is heavy in our assortment of things that we picked up. But we'll get to those more towards the end. Anything else in this bag? There is. Oh, yes. From the Sac Anime booth. Because why not? Picked up a couple Sac Anime face masks so we can open it, take a look at it. Now I have no idea if it's actually going to fit me or not. Well, it's got the wire in the nose. That's nice. It's got Hoshi on the front. And you know, even if these aren't necessary anymore, because masking was very loosely enforced. Like Saturday was the only day they even gave lip service to it, and even staff for At the Grounds weren't wearing their masks. So, you know, I mean, I'm probably going to catch a little bit of con crud after this, but it was okay. I mean, I'm vaxxed. I got my booster. I should be good. We do have the adjustable straps. Let me see if it even fits me. And you know, it's a little small. But if I don't open my mouth too wide, I think I could actually wear this. It feels probably about the same thickness as like the Disney ones that I normally wear. But yeah, I like the fact that it's got the adjustable ears on it because I could loosen up a little bit if I wanted to. But yeah, talking, it's not sliding too much. I just have to kind of keep track of how wide I open my mouth. If I yawned, I think this would go right into my mouth. But yeah, this isn't bad. This is a usable mask. A lot of times when I get these masks from events, like the Apple Hill one and stuff from a couple years ago now, they just they don't actually end up being usable for me because I'm a large person with a large mouth and it takes a lot to cover it. All right, I think we're in the home stretch here. We've only got left is gaming stuff, I think. Oh no, hold on. Nope, there's one thing. Another thing I picked up like very first thing on the first day is this no face pin. It says that's the spirit. Double pin back. They had like a lot of interesting pins at this booth. Now I'm sure that most of these are like, you know, just stuff off of AliExpress and Wish, and you know, not licensed in any way, shape, or form. This is not an official release item, but you know, I think it's a nice pin, and you know, I collect pins. I do lots of videos on pins, so I figured why not get this one and add it to the collection. All right, next up is stuff. We went to, I think it was called the Kurlheim Item Shop. I've bought stuff from them before. They're the ones that make all the dice. A couple years back, I bought one of their steel core D20s. And this time I went back, and you know, if we're gonna get back into gaming, a problem that we always run into is rolling the dice. You either like have to put the lid to the box on the table so they don't roll off, or we're rolling it on the board and knocking pieces around. You want to make sure you get a good random roll. And something I've been needing for a while and just haven't picked up is a dice tower. Well, now we have this lovely custom-made dice tower, which has a bit of string on it. That is from the bag, not from the dice tower. Yep, Kurlheim Item Shop makes these. Nice, basic, simple. I liked the kind of mix of the gray and white. Was it a little expensive? Yes, it was. Everything at Kurlheim Item Shop is a little expensive. But, you know, it's stuff they make themselves, and you are supporting a small business, and that's what fell down. It was Thanos. That was what I heard thump on the table. But we'll try that in a minute, because I also bought from the Kurlheim Item Shop, and technically my wife bought this, and they do a nice thing there, where they let you roll a d20 through one of the dice towers, and whatever it rolls, you get that % off. She rolled a natural 20. Critical hit. Got 20% off on that, so good deal. Unfortunately, I didn't do so lucky. I rolled an 11, so it came as 10% off, because who wants to do the math for that extra 11%? But I did get myself a set of dice. I told you, gaming ended up being a theme. Also, they threw a little necklace in here in the dice bag. I'm guessing wherever they buy these bags from, they probably come with these little necklaces. So why not? Let's take a look at that. Oh, it's got earrings too. It's a necklace, and I thought those were pendants. I haven't taken those out of the bag yet. Well, is that an extra hook? I don't know, some assembly may be required here, but little pink whale earrings. I don't have pierced ears, and if I did, I still wouldn't wear these. But, I mean, you know, it's nice. They threw them in there. Don't know what that is exactly, but also we have this little plastic stone pendant, which very much does look like something they would make. Not necessarily this part of it, but that kind of looks like their dice. So nothing to complain about there. Put that away though, because what I actually bought, and then they were kind of a lot, was a set of dice. 7 dice to be exact. And I don't know if the camera will catch it. I think the D20 is probably this one, but they have a liquid glitter core to them, which when you roll them, you can see the glitter kind of shift inside. And I like these ones because not so much just because they're purple on the inside. That doesn't matter much, but I think it showed the best on these kind of clear dice. The clear ones with the gold printing just kind of called to me more than the other ones they had there. Like I said, I rolled the die, I only got like a 10% off, so this may not have been the lucky die, but clearly the one my wife used, I should have bought that set because that one was much luckier. Yeah, very nice. So let's try out our dice tower. Let's move the style outside so you can actually see the dice tower. So if you haven't used a dice tower, if you're interested, I'm sure you have. But instead of having to like throw your die on the table and hope it doesn't roll off or roll away or go out of control, you just take it and you drop it in the dice tower because it's got like 3 levels of things to bounce off of. So it's a very nice contained area. Nobody can argue that you did anything funky to make the dice roll a certain way. Just drop them in there and make sure you get a good random roll. So yeah, obviously I need to start gaming now because I have this set of handmade, well I guess not handmade, but individually made, specially made by an artisan dice maker dice. And a little bag. I will have to probably transfer these to like a Crown Royal bag or something more fitting, I feel. Also kind of maybe it's just me, but I'm getting kind of a Harry Potter vibe off this font. What about you? I know we're not necessarily supposed to like Harry Potter anymore, but so I get kind of a Harry Potter vibe off that font. Very cool. So I think that leaves us just one more thing in the bag. Yep, bag is empty. It's the last thing at the end of a very long video. I said I did buy a blind bag, but not a big one like I normally, no statues, because honestly, I didn't see anything that made me want to spend that money on them for fear of either getting something I don't have an interest in, like One Piece or Dragon Ball, or what's that freemium role-playing app game? I saw like a ton of people cosplaying as characters from it. Oh, I don't remember what it is. If you know what I'm talking about, throw it in the comments, and I'll go, yes, that's it. But Genshin Impact. Never mind, you don't have to leave in the comments. I mean, you can still leave it in the comments, but it's Genshin Impact. There's lots of Genshin Impact stuff. But I don't play that either. So, yeah, I fear, they had like one booth had one that said like classic anime, but I feel like if I got that, I would end up with a third one of those Oscar Langley statues that I've gotten in a couple other blind bags. So instead, I bought from actually the same booth, got the card game from, they had dice blind bags. Yes, I bought 2 sets of dice. It's a 7-set bag. The lady there said actually she'd opened a pack that had 8 in them, but whatever. So yeah, I bought 2 sets of dice. I don't play like Dungeons and Dragons or anything. I don't play that many games that use these things, but I bought 2 sets of dice that I will have to start gaming to make an excuse. The problem with gaming is it's just me and my wife, and neither of us are particularly social and therefore don't have people to play games with, and a lot of the games require more than 2 people to play. So it's a problem because I'm not a social person. That's why it's so hard, it's why there's so few Hello Potatoes at the front of this videos, because I mean, there weren't as many good cosplayers, and I think a lot of that has to do with being at the grounds. I mean, there were some good ones, but there weren't like as many to choose from as there are like a summer or winter show. But also, I mean, I have to overcome my own self-consciousness to come up and ask people. Now, everybody I asked said yes. All those people at the beginning of this are the only ones I asked, and they all said yes, so that's nice. But yeah, it's me, not them. I mean, even last time, I only had one person tell me no, and that was fine. They don't know why I'm asking them to say hello, potato. So here's our blind bag of 7 dice. And let's see what we got. And I got 8 dice. I got 2 D20s, it looks like. Not bad. Not as nice as the ones I paid way more money for. These were like $12, and these were like $70. So, I mean, it's a definite difference here, but these are nice. These are usable. Interesting that like these ones seem like they're more faded than this one. But again, just plop them in there. So yeah, that's our blind bag. Maybe not as exciting as normal, but I feel that was worth like 12 bucks. Don't know what I'll do with them, but they're nice. White and red, kind of a Christmas. Those because like play like a Christmas time, kind of a candy cane feel to them. And that's it. That's everything we bought. So yeah, like rather a lot. But I didn't buy any vinyl figures. I didn't buy any action figures. I didn't buy any pops. I behaved to that degree. And about half of this is my wife's. The plush are hers. One of the masks is hers. One of the shirts hers. This is hers. Very cute. Probably the cutest thing we bought. So final thought. I enjoyed it. It definitely wasn't as big as a summer or winter show, but I liked that they started using the extra buildings. I liked that there was panels, which we didn't have last year. There was photo ops and stuff. There was the room that's normally used for like flower arrangements during the county fair was being used for photo ops. There was, of course, the concert, which we didn't have last year. Overall, it was nice. The grounds, I think part of why there wasn't a lot of great cosplayers, again, there were some great ones, but not the same volume there usually is because the grounds is nowhere near any hotels. So, when you're downtown at the convention center, you can put on that big, clunky, detailed, intricate costume at the hotel and then walk over, a block to the event. But at the grounds, unless you have a friend who lives a couple blocks away and want to walk on the public street like that, when you're not surrounded by fellow geeks, you have to have something you can put on in the parking lot. And I think that limits some of what you can do for cosplay there. And that's probably a part of it. But yeah, the at the grounds is nice because, again, if you don't mind a little walk, you can walk into it, which you really can't do at the convention center. But again, the downside is just there's no hotels and there's no place to eat other than whoever's at the event, unless you want to drive. And then you have to see, it's a gamble whether or not they're going to want you to pay the $10 parking again or not, or again, walk 3 or 4 blocks, which it's a bit of a walk. It's a much longer walk than downtown to someplace to eat, but you could do it. Or I guess you could just pack lunch and bring it with you, right? But it was a nice event. It was, I think, well done. They still have a little more room. They could fit another row or two of vendors in the vendor hall. I'd like to see that happen. And maybe a little less dependence on artwork. I like the artwork, but it seems like every other booth in some areas was artwork, which again, I don't go out of my way to record and put in the videos. But yeah, it was a good event. I enjoyed it. Looking forward to summer, which is still months away, September. But it was nice to have something to break up that big 9-month gap between January and September to have this the spring show. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it at all interesting and entertaining. To all of the people who let me shoot some video of them cosplaying. The only one I got the name of was, he's a regular one. I've had him in video before. He's at Elder Cosplay on Instagram. He was the gentleman who was dressed as that all of his cosplay is really good, but this time he was dressed as Gandalf. I've had him before. I think I've had him as Stinky Pete from Toy Story. And I'm trying to think of what else I've seen him as lots of other things. I'm trying to think of anything else I put him in the video as. But yeah, he's at Elder Cosplay on Instagram. Go check his stuff out. All of his cosplays are fantastic. But otherwise, also to all the cosplayers that I didn't get the names of, thank you as well. If you've seen yourself in this video, go ahead and let me know who you are and who you were in the comments below. And that'll wrap this up. I've already said my usual stuff, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.